Alright, so time to level up with Python. Alright, so in this specific one, we are going to run a Python container. We are going to run manual programs. Okay, so whatever we have learned so far, we are going to wrap it up under this same specific video. Right, so yeah, let's get started. So first thing first that we are going to do is we are going to pull Python from Docker Hub. Okay, right now if I show you Docker images, there are only three images which are currently present. So now let us remove them one by one. So in order to remove them, we learned it in the previous one. So we'll run docker rmi followed by the image name. Okay, this one is deleted. Okay, now it's time to delete nginx. Done. And lastly we'll delete alpine. Okay, now again when I run docker images, okay, there is nothing present. Now the next thing is we want to run Python, right? So how would we do that? So docker run Python. Okay, so what it will do, it will check initially in my local whether the image Python is present or not. If it is not present, then it will go to Docker Hub and will pull the image from there. All right, now it is pulling the image, and there is one more observation here. The Python image is slightly bigger inside, that's why it has broken down into multiple parts and then it pulls it. Now when I run docker images, you can see the Python image is now present. Now since we executed docker run, then it should have been turned into a container. So when I do docker ps, it is not actually present there. So what is happening at the back end is when I do docker ps -a, it actually turned out to be a dead container. Why? Because no process was running. Now if you can see over the commands, there is one command which was executed earlier, that was python 3, and that was during the stdin, that is in the standard input, right? Okay, so now the next thing what we are going to do is, let us go inside this container. So how would we do that? For that we are going to run docker run interactive terminal. Okay, followed by the image name, so it would be python. Now you can see we are inside the python container, and whatever commands we are running over here, it will definitely run as it used to. So let's say when I do a print hello, okay, so it is running as is, as expected. Okay, now what if I want to run one of the code file which is stored in my local through a docker container? How would we do that? So for that, the initial requirement would be the volume mapping, which we learned in the previous one, right? So first of all, let us create one file. So let me do a vim main.py. Okay, and let me open the code editor, and here we'll do the initial run. Okay, so under python I'll just create a main.py file, and here I'll write print hello from local. Okay, and let me just hello from local. Okay, and I hope this is visible. When I run this program, you can see it has been executed. All right, so let me just copy this statement and paste it over here. Escape colon wq. Okay, and when I do a cat for main, it is actually printing. Now the next thing is we need to see it in the runtime. How would we do that? We are going to do docker run -it. Okay, and now what we need to do is we need to do a volume mapping, so -v. Okay, and now what we need to do, we want the file which is present in current working directory to be mapped with /app. Okay, and now what we want to do is we want python to run it with stdin, that is python 3 under /app, and the file name is main.py. Okay, and you can see the file actually executed. Right, now let us do one more practice. One more thing what we can do is, now when we actually know the working directory, that is /app, how would we define that? So for that, let us take one more example. Let me create one more file, calendar.py. Okay, and here what we need to do is we are going to import calendar. Okay, and then here we are going to print one message, welcome to calendar app. Okay, and what we want to do is you want to expect two variables from the user. So let us take two inputs from the user. One would be for year, so for year it would be of integer type, and we want to take it as an input. Okay, and the statement would be enter the year, okay, that you want. Second, we would be expecting another variable, that is for month, that will be again of integer data type, and we want to take it as an input. We are going to write, sorry, enter the month. All right, okay, initial two variables are done, and now it's time to define the calendar, right? So how would we do that? So for that, we are going to do print calendar.month. Okay, and that should take two variables which are year comma month. Okay, now lastly, execution completed. Okay, now when I run this program, it is asking me for one variable, so I'll just write 2024, and the month, it is, let's say, July, and it actually printed the calendar for the month of July for year 2024. Okay, one more thing done. All right, so let me just copy it and let me create another file over here. So vim calendar.py, and let me just paste it. When I do escape colon wq, and when I do a cat calendar.py file, this is the entire code which we wrote. Right now, the next thing what we did earlier is we are going to just repeat it, and I'll show you the difference between that. Okay, here I'll just replace main.pivot calendar.py. Okay, what is happening at the backend? Docker is running in interactive mode, and we are mapping the volume. Okay, and here Python is running through stdi and python 3. Under this directory, calendar.py is going to be executed. When I do an enter, it is asking me for an input. Okay, so I'll write 2024. Again, the month would be of July, and it actually printed. Execution completed. Now the next thing is, now if I explicitly want to define the working directory, how would I do that? So that is also again easy. We are going to write docker run -it, okay, -v space the parameter, that is print working directory, and here we are going to define /app. Now we know the working directory is /app, that's why -w/app followed by python 3, which is the stdin, and now here we don't explicitly need to mention /app. Here you can directly pass the file name, so calendar.py, enter. Okay, it executed, asking me for the input. Okay, so 2024, again month 7, and it is actually working. So right, so that was all about this specific one, where we actually executed one container for Python, where we executed a manual program which we created in local. We did a volume mapping. So yeah, hope you learned from this specific one, and see you in the next one.